Welcome back to Whiskey and Wisdom Podcast, everybody. This is Tyler Y'all, and today I am with,
Chris Kellum.
and our two special guests today are,
Dwayne McConnell.
and
Jason Bukowski.
thank you very much for coming on today. And as everyone I'm sure that is watching can tell, we are in a brand new location here. We are in Azalea Station in Wilmington, North Carolina, located in the Cargo District. So we just made a 80-foot move from where we were before and moved out into the bar out here, the cocktail bar of Azalea Station. So
That was a good
thank you so
decision.
much. Exactly, yeah. Figured it was a whiskey show, so why not?
Closer to the bar.
Yeah, be close to the bar.
Makes sense.
So before we go crazy, tell us a little bit about who are you guys? How do we know? How are you in the Cargo District?
We've been here for, and how long's it been now? Since the beginning. I know that before we moved in to our building, it used to be a huge pink house with about 100 cats that lived in it.
Yeah,
And then this whole place, as you know, has just gone through this just change, when it comes to everything around here. But we've been in the Cargo District for about 8 or 9 years, I think now.
Or probably not.
But in
Maybe
Wilmington,
longer.
yeah, but in Wilmington for about 21 years.
Okay.
And auto glass is really what we kind of go with as far as our main body of business, but we all do any kind of glass that you got. So if it's house windows, if it's commercial glass, we've done a lot of the commercial glass that you see in here right now too.
Oh,
nice.
So, but yeah, we love it down here. And we want to be a part of it for a lot longer.
And that's how I actually met Dwayne over here too, is I was unfortunate enough to have a rock hit my windshield. And
I know.
yeah, oh no.
I feel bad, but
Right. Only a little. But it was, I'm super grateful for it though, because you guys made it super easy, really seamless to come in, get it done, and done right at that too. So as opposed to just when I called Nationwide, they're like, oh, go to SafeLight. And I'm like, who the hell's SafeLight? I know it's everywhere. So
bad word.
Yeah. I'm like, I want someone that I know and trust that's local. And I've seen you guys over there for years as we've been here. And I was like, well, those are the guys I trust. Go ahead and send my order over there.
Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Nice.
absolutely.
See,
But-
you're a good guy.
Yeah, see, I
Keep
did what I
it
can.
local.
Yeah. That's
We're
what we try to
family
do.
now.
That's
Right.
That's right. We are
Yeah.
family now.
And especially in the Cargo District, when
yeah.
you come in, it is a family. You get accepted in as a family, and that's just kind of what you do.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And it keeps growing, and I love what's coming in here, too. I mean, even though we do auto glass, and maybe we're specific that way, you can come here and get your windshield done and go get a haircut from the barber over at Queen Street. Go get a pizza. Go get a beverage, get some food. So it's been great just being here.
I love it. And talking about beverages, what are we
Yes.
drinking today?
Yeah, this is actually, and talking about keeping it all in the family. So Alcove, which is right across the street from us here, they were gracious enough to provide a blackberry bourbon smash.
Ooh, yummy.
Yeah. So I was talking to Brent, one of the managers over there at Alcove, and he's kind of the brainchild behind this, and kind of talking about what goes into it. So they have the fresh blackberry puree that's in there. They have the simple syrup, the mint simple syrup, and lemon juice in there as well. And of course, bourbon. So that's kind of what we're sipping on today. And
Never go wrong with bourbon.
Yeah.
No.
something a little bit different than the typical just whiskey
yeah.
neat.
Oh, yeah. Good choice.
And if you guys want to know a little bit more about it, check out the video on our YouTube channel.
Exactly. Well, we will have a video out there.
That's what I'm here to plug. I'm here to plug all the things, especially your business.
I like it.
So we'll do a little bit more. So you're with Clear Vision Glass. Is that what you guys own?
Yep. Clear Vision Glass. Yep.
And how'd you get into that?
Oh, man. It's going back years for me. Just
Don't show your age.
I know.
Don't show your age.
if I say this, it's going to make me not local, but I was born in Ohio. So I learned it in Ohio, and then I was able to move here, and I worked for a company called SafeLight.
Oh, yeah, of
But
course.
noticed that there were some things that I would like to do differently. And so I ended up switching out and starting my own business with Clear Vision, like I said, about 21 years ago. And it just was something I liked, being able to talk to people. You get out there on the road. Most of the work we do is mobile. So we get to go out and talk to people, work with them, spend maybe an hour to an hour and a half, and then guess what? You get to go to the next job. You get to go somewhere else. You don't got to be at the same place at the same time. So it really worked out good that way.
Are you recording?
Son of a gun. Thanks, Tom.
Oh. This is like
And
Zoom.
now record.
Are we muted? Are we muted?
We
You need to unmute us. We're on Zoom.
See, that's going.
Yeah, I mean, thank God we have the computer going, so we got some of it.
See, that's
just-
the joys of a real live
Yeah,
session.
real live. So if you started listening and you notice the audio isn't as good for the first 5 minutes, that's why. So,
Welcome to the Whiskey.
Again, rewind. Okay.
So my name's Jason.
Believe
This
it
is
or
Dwaine.
not, out of 130 episodes, this is only the second time we forgot to press record, and the
okay.
first time we didn't press record for the whole entire episode, and we didn't have a redundancy, so we completely lost it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So,
We feel special.
Yeah,
then.
we did. I like that.
Yeah, the first one we did a full episode, drank
too much.
2 ounces, no breakfast, came back, did it
It
again.
was probably good that it was on mute.
Yeah.
We don't want to record that, I don't think.
Fool. So
Yep.
started a business down here.
Yep.
How did you meet this amazing man?
So I've known
Yeah.
him. I knew his dad before him. Believe it or not, it's kind of crazy that I knew him without even knowing him. When I was in Cleveland, I showed up to play some football, and next thing
So
you know,
pause.
pause.
I'm from Ohio also.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
yes, from Ohio also.
I'm
So
from PA, so right across.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you local?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sorry for us. We wanted.
It's okay. It could be worse.
No,
No,
absolutely.
no,
Well, I
we're
was
all in
from
a good
Ohio.
place.
That's worse.
Yeah,
So,
Yes.
We're MBs.
True.
but just went there and played some football. Got to know his dad, and then through his dad, got to know him as well, and ended up at one point we were roommates as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then at next point, I was ready to expand my business. I had been on my own and doing it. Needed another person, and thought of him. And I still remember when he came to work for me the first day. He's like, "I can't do this." He worked one day. Remember that?
I was
Boy, that was a tough
probably
truck.
150, just soaking wet. I was not strong. I was small. We're doing this big truck. He's
And a
working
little
on
teeny-
it. He's holding back words that he wants to say. It's frustrated. And I'm looking at him like, there's no way in the world I can do this windshield at all.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I could do this. So I tried to do some other stuff and did that, and that didn't.
Couldn't
go through.
resist. Couldn't resist. Had to come back. Came back, and
He talked me into
he
it.
has been my right-hand man.
Yes.
Yeah.
See, that's why we picked these chairs.
Yeah.
For almost 21 years now.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't.
That's
Clear Vision would not be Clear Vision without. So
Aw,
I didn't cry.
Buddy.
Come on.
thank you. No,
Drinking
it's
podcast.
been cool. We've been friends for so long, so it was easy, and we're like brothers too. So we bicker and fight and yell at each other, and then we hug it
Yeah.
out, and people look at us like, "What in the world kind
Yeah.
of relationship is that?"
Yeah.
But
We
this is how we deal with it.
You guys know what I mean.
Yeah,
So-
exactly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's been good. 20 years.
Yeah.
Can't imagine not working with them, which is weird to say. Being with someone that long is a long time. So
Yeah.
And Wilmington's been good to us. I mean,
Yeah.
it's, just with the contacts we've made, the friends we've made in different businesses, body shops, dealerships, locals. And we go from not just here in Wilmington, we go all the way to Jacksonville, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then we also go all the way down to Calabash.
Oh wow. okay.
So, we've got 4 technicians now with us. And so, you'll see our vans out and about trying to get some work done.
some
That's
girls, like 4 girls in the office.
Mhm.
Amazing. They do a great
Yep.
job. So
Yeah.
we have a good team. We have
Nice.
a close knit team that everybody helps each other, and so I guess that's why we've been open for.
That's right.
Yeah. But I needed to use your services as well too. I noticed that it seemed like everyone was like super close. Everyone was
Yeah.
really helpful and nice and friendly. So like you can just tell you're in the right spot when everyone like feels like
Oh.
they're working together.
We appreciate that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That means a lot to us. So
Yeah. That's what we shoot for. So
Yeah, that's great. It's like as soon as I walked in, they're like, "Oh yeah, like you just talked to this person." And it was super helpful. I was like, "Oh wow, like this is actually a really good service," which nowadays you may or may not get depending on
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you go.
that is
So-
true.
no,
That is true.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I've noticed that you also have different shirts on, and you brought us some other very fancy glasses. So what's
We
going
do.
on here?
So, believe it or not, we do auto glass. Been doing it for most of my life. I guess you could say for most of your life.
Yes.
But somehow in there, we decided to develop an app, which is we're not really techie people.
No,
We definitely had some help with this, of course. But we were one of those ones that you guys are familiar with fantasy football, I'm
Oh,
sure,
yeah.
like most of the world is.
Of course.
And we were big into fantasy football.
Still ours.
Still are.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit, and
Mhm.
next thing you know, we're not going to gyms. My wife's like, we got to get to the gym. We got to be going to the gym. But then everything kind of shut down, and we had this fantasy football. And so I got this idea. I'm like, it'd be neat if there was something we could do that you didn't have to be right next to the same person, that you could compete, kind of like fantasy football,
yeah.
but with fitness, whether it's with diet or exercise or even just doing goofy stuff just for a community to keep things connected, especially during COVID, because
Right.
everybody was in a bubble or scared to go out, and the gyms were shutting down and they were just not working that way anyway. So I came back to work after thinking about this. I told my wife, and I told Jason. Then me and Jason just started spitballing about, well, instead of a quarterback, it could be an exercise, and instead of like a defense, it could be like vitamins and sleep and just different things like that. And we even put a little thing to make it more social, like you could have what's the word I'm looking for? A challenge.
Yeah.
And you can make the challenge whatever you want it to be. Like we actually did one just to keep it fun, because that's what it's about. It's really about having fun and staying connected. Was an 80s fitness challenge.
Oh,
So we dressed up as 80s people, and then we did a workout, and you had to videotape it, and you had to show them to get your points,
That's awesome.
So that's kind of how that kind of developed, and we just someone just told us, like, hey, you should make that into like an app, because first we just did it on like a spreadsheet,
Okay.
Mhm.
and it was fantastic. Our friends, we had so much fun. We just kept trash talking each other, and
So,
it just
yeah.
kept it going.
We
It
had
kept
great feedback
Oh,
the
yeah.
first time, and it was just more people saying, you should do this. And again, we're not techie people. We're not a person to start an app, honestly.
Yeah.
This is like a very weird thing for us.
Yeah, I
So
wouldn't call
he-
us athletes either.
yeah, exactly. And two, like, we're not the most, healthiest people. We didn't work out all the time. We didn't do a lot of things that we should have been doing
Right.
for ourselves, because we're older now and we feel it because we
Yeah.
didn't do that.
Yeah.
So this brought a competition part of it that we liked with fantasy football into a healthy lifestyle, and to use that as motivation. So
It's
It's been
probably
pretty-
probably better off that someone like that is who created this type of app, right? Because if someone was like super into fitness, maybe it's at a different level that the
Mhm.
average person wouldn't
Yeah.
really
we're
feel
there
connected
for the normal people.
to. Right. I mean, if you're out there and you're trying to like do a competition or be like world strongman, like
Mhm.
you're not the average human
Yes.
being, and
Right.
you need something beyond the average human being to accomplish that. But for the average person who doesn't really want to like get up out of bed and go to the workout in the first place anyway, maybe if I'm sitting there and I'm like, damn, Chris has got 2 more points than me, got to get that run in today.
That's exactly
Yeah.
that's really the way we did it. Because at first, when we made it the spreadsheet, everybody was in charge of filling out their own little spreadsheet.
Oh, of
and
course.
It was like a shared, what is that, a shared folder?
Yeah,
Oh,
sure,
yeah.
drive.
And so they could get on and do it. And then all of a sudden, I look down and it's like 11:48. I look, oh my goodness, Jason just put on like 60 push-ups. Now he's up by like 20 points, and I'd be like doing crunches at like 11:59 at night trying to do
Before
that.
the time's up.
Right.
Before that day switched over. But so the app made it so that you can't tell what they're doing until
Yeah.
the next day.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
that way it keeps it honest, and then you don't have to stay up until midnight trying to get
Right,
a workout
yeah.
in just to get a few extra points and stuff. So,
'Cause,
but
yeah, the main thing is like being able to push yourself,
Right.
yeah,
and then you get motivation by trying to be your friend or
True.
the
yeah.
person that you're going up against, and so it kind of gives you that little bit of you think they're doing something. So if
Right.
you think they're doing something, you're gonna go over and beyond to try to push yourself to do more.
Right.
So it has a beautiful thing in that part of it where it challenges yourself, not just your friends.
Right.
So it's a cool thing.
That's neat.
I agree.
So, Chris, question: can you download it on any device?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, phones. So
Well,
instead of
okay.
sending the App Store, so you could, it's on the Google Play Store and it's on the iPhone Store.
Okay.
Like I don't even know exactly how to pronounce it because I'm not a techie guy, but
Mhm.
that's what it is. But and it's free.
Oh,
There's no
nice.
charge to do it. What it requires is it requires some friends.
Mhm.
Because if you download it and you have it, you get to create your own league.
Yeah.
So what you would do is you would get it and you get to pick what you want to be in it. It's very open to be able to, if you want to just run or if you want to do like heavy workouts, if you just want it to be fun, you could just pick the categories that you want to actually be able to place in there. And then once you do that, then you send that link out to your friends. They would download it for free. And then you would be the commissioner.
Ah.
And then it would start up a league and it goes with wins and losses or it goes with points. So you can just do that. You can make it as short as 4 weeks or go as long as you want. You can have as many as 2 people, or you can have as many as 50. So it's it really is fun. We just wanted to make it universal. So if anybody wanted to use it, if they want to be more serious, they could. That's not who we are.
Yeah.
We're just never going to be that guy.
Yeah.
But we do know that it needs to be on our mind.
Yeah.
Fitness needs to be on our mind. Being healthy needs to be on our mind. So
Yeah, even though it is like when I first started, like it was just us coming up with this idea of like a person like us. But really it shoots to everybody, and people that are workout fiends. It can adapt to them.
Right.
It's certain things that they work out, weights that they want to do in the gym, like it can set it up just for that, or just eating
okay.
right foods.
Yep.
You don't have to work out at all.
Huh.
So it's supposed to be user friendly is where we're going with this thing. So you
Nice.
can adapt to what you want to do. So
And we also don't want to take away from what your real life is. Like, perfect example, one of the categories is hydration. So it gets you thinking about drinking water, things
Right.
like that. But in the same hydration category, I mean, everybody likes to have a beverage.
Yes.
So you can still have a beverage playing fantasy fitness because it is fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
But you have, but it's a minus points instead of gaining a point. So if
Right.
you drink 8 ounces of water, guess what? You get a point. If you drink one of these, you get minus 1 point.
yeah.
So it keeps you honest, but you don't have to really take away anything that you were doing before.
Yeah.
So
So
I feel like we might need to have a fantasy fitness
Mm.
league coming up for the summer.
Oh yeah, we should do
That'd be
that.
fun.
yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
80s challenge has got to be in it, though.
Okay, we'll add an 80s challenge
Okay,
into
yeah,
it.
all
I
right.
know quite a few people that would be hyped up about
Okay,
I don't have any scrunchy socks right now. I do have some short shorts, but I think that's about
Short
it.
shorts.
There you go.
Grow, get some curlies in your hair, get a little perm going on like a Richard Simmons. And then, of course, hot colors. You got to
Okay.
go with the
Fluorescent.
fluorescence.
yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. The spandex, all that stuff.
Oh,
Make sure they see you
Well-
coming 8 miles away when you're running down
Yeah.
the road.
Yeah.
If you're brave enough.
If you're brave. You got to be brave.
You get bonus points for that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So because you mentioned losing points on
Mhm.
drinking alcohol, I
Mhm.
do have to point out that you did
I
bring
did.
a fancy bottle for us to look
did.
at.
Mhm.
I did. So a friend of mine bought me this bottle, 4-6 months ago, and I have been extremely patient trying to figure out when would be the best time to even open it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, whiskey wisdom.
Makes sense.
It's a
Yeah.
great
Yes.
time to open it, but it's a Scottish whiskey. It was actually bottled in 1988, which is the year I shouldn't say it. It's the year I graduated high school. So as we drink this, it'll be, like I mentioned, it'll be
Yeah.
like drinking my life away. So Yeah.
So it was distilled in 88
yes,
and bottled in 21. So it rested for 32 years.
32
Wow.
years.
And I was like, Tyler, this is older than you are.
It is. Not by
Dang,
much
that's
right
good.
now, but yeah, it's close.
Man.
You get gray.
It's older than my wife. And I was like, gosh, you gotta hurt my soul there a little bit.
Well, now that we're talking about it, do you want to?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
do
I'm
it.
in.
Here, we'll take a leaning break for a second.
Okay.
Dwayne, if you want to open it, because it's your fancy bottle.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
For my friends that see me opening this, I'm not sure if there'll be any for you. But I'll do my best. If I can open it. One of those.
So I think this was a great choice and option. Everyone always
That's
comes
it.
to us and like,
Very
so what do I need to bring to the podcast?
Uh-huh.
I was like, yourself. And if you want to bring whiskey,
Yeah, I mean,
we
it makes
never
sense.
say no.
I didn't realize it was an option.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, we had last month we were doing an interview with Branday, and she was like, "Why don't you guys have tequila?" And I'm like, "I mean, we do have like 40 something bottles of whiskey sitting in the
Right.
studio, so like
Right.
we gotta drink some of this
Yeah,
first."
And we're drinking out of our fantasy fitness glasses as well.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Feel free to check the website. Maybe you can get some swag.
check it out. Well, let's
And today it's not a negative
Cheers.
1 point. So this is nice. Thank you.
Right.
Appreciate
Cheers.
it.
get a towel
Yeah,
first.
Cheers
appreciate it.
for you here.
Smell
Lovely.
it first, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Ooh, that's good.
That's pretty smooth.
Yeah, especially for a Scotch
wow.
whiskey.
Yeah.
Like
There's a
that's-
lot more flavors in it than I'm used to for a
Yeah.
Scotch. That's really good.
Oh.
See, this is good.
Is it worth
by
it?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's definitely worth the -1 point.
Oh
Yeah,
well, yeah.
We've
Absolutely.
we've had a few that I've tasted and been like, yeah, I just like if we were doing fantasy fitness, I would have been really salty about losing the point or
Right.
how bad the drink was, and I was like, ugh,
So the
no,
thing
this
is,
worth it.
you get a negative point, but what you can do is just drink more water and get that point back.
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
worth
So
it.
it could be a
just,
drink,
again, you
water,
drink the water. It just kind of
then
balances
it's
it out.
0.
I mean, that's what we do. Like on podcast days, we definitely typically keep like a bottle of water with us.
There you go.
Or 8.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. I
We stay
always,
very hydrated.
That's a hard thing
I
to do,
know,
though.
I
Drinking
know.
water has been a challenge for me for a long
oh,
time.
goodness.
So like doing this app has really pushed us to like
Oh,
really
yeah.
start to like focus on that. And two, we're outside all the time.
Mhm.
We're sweating. It's hot.
Coming
You
home
need to drink
dehydrated.
more water.
Still won't drink water. I don't know.
So this app really pushes you to do things like that you're usually not used to doing. The cool thing to do if you
We
can.
just brought on one of the owners, or the owner of NutriPrime, which is a supplement store off of Racine.
Mhm.
And he started carrying, it's called Element,
Mhm.
LMNT, and it's an electrolyte like powder that you put into
Yep,
your water.
Yep, I know exactly what you're talking
So
about.
even though it is very salty, it tastes much better than just drinking water. So you're actually
Yeah.
getting more hydration, and you get a little bit of a flavor.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I can't put it in only 8 ounces, or it's way too salty.
Yep.
So now I'm drinking 32 ounces of water when I would
Ooh.
only been drinking 8.
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
still getting
fantastic.
better hydration
That's
anyway.
what you need to do.
So
good.
highly recommend the
Yep.
Element.
Should put
Sure.
that in a challenge.
You should.
You have to
Yes.
use that.
See,
Very
I
good.
go. So my wife drinks greens every day,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I suck at life because we need to have more green stuff in our diet.
Mhm.
And she's like, I have to do it in like the smallest amount of water that they suggest because it just tastes like
Mhm.
it's greens. If you've ever had greens, you know. And I'm like, but then I don't get enough water. So I mix it in like as much water as possible.
Yeah.
That's how
To be like, all right, let me get as much to start the day off with.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Like it's been my goal. Well, it is my goal for for the summer vacation that she has is to drink a bottle of water when I wake up. So that way I'm like, all right, I'm at least 16 ounces in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's really frustrating because I remember when it was a 20-ounce bottle. And I'm like, is this what inflation has done to us all?
Right.
Extra bottles
Inflation.
have
It
gotten
does cost
smaller.
more, though.
It
So-
does.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. I'm drinking less water and it's costing me more. What?
Mhm.
You could talk to
Why?
your next guest about that.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
That'd be a great
Exactly.
question for him.
I'm so curious about that.
Oh,
So with this fantasy fitness app,
yeah.
what is like big goal for you guys? Like in general?
Man, you ever been that guy that's like thought about different things and never actually like tried to do any of them?
I'm still that guy.
Well, this
Minus
is like
the podcast.
well, besides clear vision, like this
Yeah.
is the only I've had ideas for other things and just never did it. And it's like this was just too fun. It was just kind of too personal. So we want people to have fun with it. We want it to be successful. And ultimately, if there's advertising spaces and things like that, but ultimately we would love to maybe sell it to somebody who could take it to the next level. To be
Yeah.
honest with you, someone who could actually, because we build it so they could be integrated into software for machines like workout equipment,
that's
like a
smart.
treadmill and things like that
Peloton, all
too.
kinds of stuff.
You know, we built it so that eventually you can hook it up to your watch and your smart devices as well. You know, we haven't turned that part on
Yeah.
as far as that goes because that costs a lot more money, of course, to
sure.
connect something like that. But we built it in a way that it could be, and so just to be able to see someone take it to that next level, and then it would just be kind of cool to watch. You know?
Have you heard of 1 million cups that they do at UNCW?
No,
So it's a basically you get a bunch of business people together and you go in there for 5 minutes. You pitch kind of what you do,
Mm-hmm.
and the other 20 minutes of it, everyone gets to ask you questions. And the main purpose behind it is how can the community help you? I think fantasy fitness would be incredibly beneficial to be on that.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's a good
and
idea.
they're always looking for people. So if you Like
Yeah.
reach out to Jack. He listens to mostly, so he'll probably reach out to you now that I said
Awesome.
it.
No,
But,
fantastic.
yeah,
please.
So but yeah, it's really neat. It's really easy. Chris and I did it when we had the studio,
Mhm.
That's a good
and
idea.
yeah, the feedback that you get is incredible because people will ask you questions that you never even thought of, and
Mhm.
even some ideas that you maybe were like, I was thinking, but maybe should have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we've gotten lots of those too because we came out with it the first run, and then we just let our friends start playing with it, and automatically was like we had to go to a second run, a second version of it
Yeah.
with almost immediately.
Mhm.
It's like
Yeah.
never thought about that. Yeah, that would be a good idea, you
Yeah.
know. So
Makes sense.
It has
yeah.
potential. Like
Yeah.
every time we do it and play it with friends and
Yeah.
getting feedback, we're always changing it. We're moving it up. So it would be nice
Yeah.
to see where this could go.
Yeah, we just
Right.
we just finished a league. It was the Clear Vision Summer League, and we have to give a shout out to the winner. Yessie.
Yeah, see?
Excellent. She
She's a
worked
savage.
savage. She worked her butt off. She lost a lot of weight on it too.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
She really started a great routine, going to the gym and things like that. Actually,
Over here
we're
at the Gym
over here at the
Cube.
Gym Cube.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Love
them.
it. Yeah.
I know once everything gets completed over here with the food court, I know it's going to get a lot more walk through, but that's a great idea as well. We've actually teamed up with them and did some sponsors for some runs they were doing up in Surf City area,
Oh,
things
yeah.
like that
Oh,
too.
nice.
Yeah.
But they're great people as well. So yeah, just the whole community over here. The community over here is really just a lot of good people.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That's been my like official gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I use all the time now is a Gym Cube over there. It's just
Yeah.
so nice to not have to worry about it. Put on whatever music that you want.
Yeah.
Put on a YouTube video if you really wanted to, and just get your workout in.
Absolutely.
Personal, your personal gym.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
exactly.
nice.
What was
With
that old
everything to-
commercial? Yeah, I put things up. I pick things up. I put things
Yeah.
down. I forget what gym that was, but we just like
Yeah.
the big beefy guys in there, you know. And that's just, let's face it, that's not me either. So it is nice to be able to just look at yourself in the mirror and not have to worry about everybody else.
Someone else looking better.
Right.
See, and it goes both ways. Like I feel like with gyms, there's an evolution. Like, hey, most people are afraid to just go to the gym because they're like, oh, this guy, he's massive,
Mhm.
or she's in really good shape, and you're holding yourself back from making that forward step. And I feel like Gym Cube is nice because you can go by yourself, watch somebody else's YouTube video, see what you got to do to work out.
Yep.
Then you transition to like that slightly bigger gym so you can see other people. And then when you feel to that point, you can go to the big boy gym and you're like, all right, like they don't intimidate me anymore.
Right.
And I feel like that's part of the
Yeah.
experience.
The girl, Yessie, who won in the league that we just had, she did that exact thing. She doesn't work out, so she had to figure out how to do it. So she went on YouTube, went in there, she found somebody that she liked,
Yeah.
and just did the routine there. And then she just got into it, and now it became easier, became like
Yeah.
routine each and every day she was there, because she was there every day.
Oh wow.
She
Get
beat
those
us.
points.
That's fantastic. Good for
Something
her.
else too. She's also real shy, but boy, did she learn how to trash talk
Oh,
once
yeah.
she started winning. I'll tell you what. When
I
she was
like
coming, she came in, when I had to play her the one week. She's like, "Are you ready?" I'm like, "For what? To lose?" Okay, all right.
Yeah, all
Then
right.
she did beat me.
She's a pit bull.
Yeah.
She's very nice, but man, she can bite.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I
She
would
did.
love
She
to
did
do that.
awesome though. I'm
That's
proud of
awesome.
her. She really pushed herself, where she probably would have never pushed herself before. So that's like the whole goal with this
Right.
app.
I'm sure that
honestly.
was really cool as like a team member that you work with every day too. Just
Yes.
kind of see that transformation. I'm sure it was really
Yeah.
rewarding.
No, it was
It
beautiful.
was funny because one of the things on there is a daily stretch. You get points for just a daily stretch,
Mm.
which is good. It's good, just
Yeah.
healthy, right?
Yeah. I
Easy
need
to do.
that, Yeah.
And I just remember walking upstairs, and 3 of the girls were upstairs who were in the league, and they're all. I'm like, "What is going on?" You know, they're all like at their
Everybody's
seats doing
stretching.
these like exercises and stuff, stretching and stuff.
Watching a video on the TV
Yeah.
and looking at the TV and doing stretches on chairs.
It
It's
was
like-
hilarious. It was hilarious.
But
they
it
were
brought
having
them
fun.
together
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
and it pushed them to do something they would not do.
Right. Exactly.
Yep.
So that's cool.
So
It's
it was
great team bonding.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd
it
be great
is.
for actually. We had talked about that part of our focus of some of this, some different groups is like a business. If you had a big business of 20, 30, 40 people, or like a PPD or something like that, it was a real big
Yeah.
hospital, and the HR departments are always looking for things to, keep people active. It saves them some money
Team-oriented.
on health insurance because
Yeah.
people are thinking that way too. And you go in there and it's free and they can have fun with it. It brings camaraderie that way too. And so if there's any businesses out there that are watching us now too, and you're thinking about something like that, Fantasy Fitness might be the one for you.
Check them
That
out.
is
Check
true.
them out.
The one that I think of, the organization that I work for, is one, it's really hard to access and get into, and the other part of it, it's lame. And so like
Brutal
if they
honesty.
right, and like if they did something like, hey, download this app, you can compete with your 2,000 closest friends, like
Yeah.
that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Are you trying to get that point back?
Yeah,
Of course.
it's like
I'm competitive, almost to a fault.
It's all in us.
and was it last year or the year before we did 75 hard together, and then
I've heard of that.
yeah.
What is
And-
that exactly?
Yeah, it's 75 days. There's no drinking alcohol, gallon of water a day, reading 10 pages of a book.
Wow.
Two 45-minute workouts.
Yep.
One must be outside,
Wow.
and sticking to a diet, whatever diet you choose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's all.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I think
was-
my daughter did that once too. She was on it too, but I'm like,
See, it's very interesting to see like different workout styles because if you do it by yourself, it is more of a mental toughness.
yes.
Mhm.
Because if you do it with someone else is pushing you.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like what this app is doing. It's like
Yes,
it's a
right.
great way to push each other.
Yeah.
And it was interesting to watch. Like Tyler would do his workouts at Dark 30, like super early in the
Yeah.
morning. My wife would do her workout like when she got off of work, and then like a second one in the evening. I would be the laziest one. I would wait until the night when I got off of work. I would get home, go do a workout, like walk the neighborhood, eat dinner, chill for a little bit, and then go do my second workout. My wife was like, it is 11 o'clock at night. And I'm like, yeah, but I still got to get my second one in,
Yeah.
and I'm painfully awake.
Mm.
But I'm one of those people, like it shows like everyone is different when it comes to when they want to work out and
yeah.
what they're doing. And I'm like, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Like as long as you're putting in the work, trying to do something
Well,
different.
I'm not a gym person. I've never been a gym person. I don't
Yeah.
do
Mhm.
weights, and that's
No.
a bad thing for me. I need to do them. But he was always into doing that stuff, especially like before Clear Vision, everything.
Mhm.
We
Younger.
used to hang out all the time. He would be the one pushing me to go to the gym and do it, because if I didn't have him push me, I wouldn't go.
You wouldn't have done it.
So this app is kind of the representation of that in a
Yep.
sense. Push somebody that's out of your comfort zone
Yep.
into
Into
something that you need to do, but also provides stuff that you like to do. So I'm a sports person.
Yeah.
I love playing golf. I
Yeah.
love playing basketball. I love doing these type of things because it's easy and fun for me, and you can get points for that.
Yep.
So like it brings different avenues of having fun and being active and healthy. So
Yeah, he pushes me to play golf now, and I think that's a fair trade. So
I have still not played a round of golf.
oh man,
really?
No.
Oh man.
you start once, man. It takes just that
Yep.
one shot.
Well, it's always funny because I talk to people and they're like, oh, I just go play golf. And I'm like, on what day of the week do you
It's-
have to play golf?
It's an investment of
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
It is an investment of
It
time.
is.
I applaud all of you.
It's fun. It's a lot of discipline
Yes.
to
You
do
should
that
applaud our
sport.
wives.
Right.
They're the ones that are letting us do it.
Did you see the TikTok where it was like guys love playing golf on Saturdays or Sundays because they get away from their kids at the end of the week? And his wife literally was like, I got you. And she started like showing the kid how to like putt. And like, so it was like, I got you. And so now the guy's taking his toddler with him to go play
Oh,
like
yeah,
18
yeah.
holes. And I'm like, see, that's a great bonding.
Nah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
There you go. Oh yeah.
I just don't have a weekend off.
No.
I get it.
Yeah.
I don't play as
Retail.
much as I'd like to.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm probably one of those like once a month players just because
Okay.
of that. You know, that's just, I could drive a cart.
I totally
You know, I can give
do
some
that.
moral support, or I can drink a beverage in the
Right.
cart. You know, and then if I do get that one shot that helps them, I feel good about that. So you know,
Exactly.
that's all I need.
We might have to start, if Tyler can get his car working, we
Oh,
might have to start.
I know. Thank
We'll
you.
have to play. We could play in the morning before we go and do our podcast episode.
That's true.
If you really like to be mad at yourself and then also enjoy it at the same time,
Play golf.
I suggest playing golf
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
sooner rather than later.
I can deal with that.
It's getting very popular now. So
It is.
Oh,
very,
I know.
That
Yeah.
and pickleball.
yes,
Oh, I haven't done that yet, but my daughter's doing. I actually want to get involved in that. I think because I used to play
Pickleball's-
tennis all the time,
Yeah.
it's fun.
but
It is fun.
Yeah?
Oh yeah.
I feel like I'd roll my ankle just
I think
watching.
I think mine would probably break.
Oh, it seems interesting. So, going back, but also forward at the same time, what for both of you guys? This question is like, what does success look like for you? in business and life you choose?
You know, be happy.
Yeah.
We're not looking to make tons of money.
Okay.
We're looking to be able to support our families
I like
and
that.
enjoy our friends, enjoy our family, and be able to just survive through this
Yeah.
world. So that's the main thing. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's doing the right thing. We're not here to
Yeah.
be the richest person in the world.
Yeah.
It's not true happiness. So
Very true.
Yeah. This world it seems like it gets crazier and crazier every day. And so if we can slice out our own slice, create our own bubble of happiness and try to help others at the same time,
yeah,
you know, whether it's with this or anything else, you know, that we can do to help, and give some hope that way that, you know, this world can be fun and can still be enjoyable.
Oh, for
You know,
sure.
that makes us super happy as well, to be
It
honest
does.
with you.
yeah.
I like to hear
Keep
that.
it simple.
Yeah.
Don't complicate things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Let's
guess
drop
I'm an
it.
old man now, so like I've learned, you know, you got to keep it simple.
So, like, that's the weird transition in life when you realize, like, you're quote unquote the old guy, when you're like, stop making things difficult.
Yeah,
Just
it's
be as
not.
simple as
Yep.
possible. Just how can we make this as easy to get
Why do
from
you
point
want
A
to
to
frustrate
point B?
yourself more than needed?
And I'm glad Jason's happy working at Clear Vision, and I hope he stays there. And that also really adds to my happiness, you know, because I can get away once in a while and go do something and you know, do something like that because I have full trust and we're all, even everybody that's working with us, he's in capable hands, and he's going to take care of them too. So
I love it.
That's kind of in my business too. The senior advisor that's over me, kind of, he was kind of in that same boat. He was like, who can I bring in to be a business partner with me? So I can feel confident enough to step away from the business, because as a financial advisor, you pretty much are the business.
yeah,
So he was like, who can I bring in to help like kind of handle the phones when he wants to go out and play golf every once in a while? And I think that's really important, because if you slave away your whole entire life until you can't go out and walk the golf course anymore, was
Yeah.
it really worth
Yeah.
it?
yeah.
So like I appreciate him bringing me on, one, for a job, and two, for me to even see that,
Yeah.
because I don't know if I would have saw the benefits of it if it wasn't for me being involved in it
Yeah.
too. So yeah, it's awesome that you guys have each other to kind of do that and be able to step back and enjoy the fruits of the labor,
Yeah.
I guess you could say.
We're
too.
working on trying to play golf more
We are.
Yeah.
every Friday, maybe.
Every other Friday.
Right. Gotta start somewhere.
I'll take that.
Let's see what the rest of the team says.
Yeah. Well,
Or we just won't tell them.
I mean,
Well, we
it's
just
kind of
did.
too late now.
Oh, never mind.
They don't listen to
so,
this
wait,
one.
so is your team you two plus 4, or is it a total?
There's 3 other technicians.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's we have 4 girls that work upstairs part time.
Okay.
You know, so, and actually another shout out to Beth, who's
Yeah.
been with us, and she's an awesome person. She is retiring from us July 17th, I think is what it is. So Beth,
18th.
we're gonna definitely miss you.
We love
is,
you.
She is that person where if you've got to call a customer that's being kind of tough, she can be just as tough, but so sweet at the same
Yeah.
time. It just takes all the pressure
sweet
off of us.
Southern
She is-
girl.
Oh my goodness, she's amazing. So we are definitely gonna miss
Yeah.
miss
We will.
Beth. So
She did a great job.
yes, she has been.
So our last question for you today is, if you could tell your younger self one thing, what would it be?
Dang.
Got to hit you hard on the last one.
Man,
Well,
younger self, one thing. Good job on choosing a wife and a friend.
Nice. No one said that
Smart.
yet.
Smart. That's a good one.
how am I supposed to like?
As you That's right.
Well, yeah, choosing the right
It's like, well,
wife
yeah, of course that
Yes,
was.
they
is like,
ditto.
you know, is very important. Having more confidence in yourself.
Nice.
That's good.
That was a struggle for me as a younger person. So, still struggle, but
Yeah.
if I would have just believed in myself a little bit more.
That's a hard thing. I think even nowadays, like, a lot of people don't believe in themselves.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a good thing.
Appreciate that.
You just
Yeah,
need
I love that
someone
one.
that's with you that does
Yeah.
believe
Yeah.
in you.
True that. Like my wife
Right.
and my second wife, Dwayne.
I love it.
Oh,
So my question to you
Mhm.
guys is, you want to shout anything out? Social media?
well,
anything
I mean,
like that?
number one, Clear Vision
Yeah,
glass.
sure. Yep.
I mean, we care about the safety of everybody that we do work for, and windshields are one of the primary safety devices in your car with lane departure and all this other stuff going on. So if you want to get your windshield changed, it's not just simply as price, although we are right in where we need to be, but you're gonna get a safe installation that you can trust. So that's number one. And then with Fantasy Fitness, fantasyfitnessapp.com, you can go to the app stores and download it and just check it out and have fun with it. I mean, that's all we want you to do. We have fun with it. We want you guys to have fun with it too. And hopefully in the meantime, it can spread, and because it works everywhere. It works no matter where you are in the country, no matter where you're at in the world, it actually will function. It doesn't have different languages, of course, but
Not yet.
Maybe one
not
day.
yet. There you go. See, I like that. Not yet. But yeah, check it out.
Great. Thank you so much for coming on. Greatly
Awesome.
appreciate it.
Thank
And
you.
thanks for sharing this. That's a fantastic Scotch.
Awesome.
Yes.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Thank you.
And for those who are actually watching it live or just watching the video, thank you. If you could hit like the like button and then subscribe, like right below that, it'd be amazing. And then on all of our listeners who aren't watching the visual, hit us up, leave us a 5-star review, like, comment, share, subscribe, and as per usual, catch you in the next one.
Cheers.